So we are back, and Peanut Gallery was kind of confused on what we were going to do for the topic because he didn't have an idea because this week went really quickly. So with WrestleMania coming up, I kind of wanted to look at everything that's going to be happening between the 4th of April and the 7th because the shows start on the 4th.
Which is a Thursday.
That is a Thursday, yes.
So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's go through all the shows
Over across all of that, to my knowledge, according to Wikipedia, 2024 professional wrestling, there are 14 events.
Jeez.
But that is including WrestleMania, and that's including both nights of WrestleMania, and that is including Stand and Deliver.
And I presume that most of these are taking place in the Philadelphia area as well.
Yes. Well, actually, Well, the majority of them are taking on around Philadelphia. There are some that are not, but most of them are. 6 of these events, 6 of them are under the GCW banner.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds like a lot, but they've really done well about sectioning because it is Josh Barnett's Bloodsport, which they bring in other people.
Yeah.
They have Joey Janela's Spring Break. There are 2 of them.
Yeah.
There is, we'll go through all of them, but then there's like a GCW versus TJPW, Effie's Big Gay Brunch. So it's at various times and various things. And I'm not sure about all of the matches, by the way. So, but let's get into the ones that are happening. One of them that I thought was interesting is that Stardom is actually doing a show in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
The card is sort of ass. I mean, there was only 5 matches announced,
and it's taking place at the 2300 Arena, right?
Yes,
Which is where the original ECW brand was based.
So there's probably maybe only going to be a couple of hundred people, but it is a Stardom. I do not know the start time of this show, but it is on a Thursday.
Yeah.
And it's main evented by Miyaka versus Megan Bayne for the World of Stardom champion. There is a 3-way match for the High Speed champion. And then essentially a bunch of tag matches. And Willow Nightingale is making a appearance along with Stephanie Vogier. I believe I butchered her name, but she is the current CMLL Women's Champion.
Cool. No one cares about CMLL, but let's move on.
Well, except for people within AEW because they like to jerk them off. So one of the more important ones, because of the implication of Shayna Baszler, is Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Right.
And so this is the 10th Bloodsport.
Okay.
I'm not sure where it's going to be taking place exactly, but the matches on here sort of range. So Josh Barnett is taking on Johnny Bloodsport, which is Johnny Mundo, by the way. Nick Nemeth versus Mike Bailey, Shayna Baszler and Masha Slamovich, Axel Trisher versus Timothy Thatcher, and all of these.
Minoru Suzuki versus Royce Isaacs.
Yep, a lot of these are singles matches.
Yeah.
So there are 8 matches on this show.
But you said that this is the one where they bring in people from outside, so that makes sense.
Yes, I mean Masha Slamovich, Nick Nemeth, Mike Bailey, Timothy Thatcher.
But I think the big one is Shayna Baszler because the E normally does not
do this. But with Josh Barnett's pre-existing relationship with Shayna Baszler, because he trained her when she originally made the transition between MMA and pro wrestling.
Right.
So there was
also Pop H.
Yes. Next one.
This takes place on the same night, I believe, right?
Yes. This is the first Joey Janela's one, which is Spring Break 8.
Okay.
And then the next one is Clusterfuck, but Clusterfuck doesn't happen until, I believe, the 6th.
Right.
So this is still... Actually, no, this is the 5th. Yes. So this is the 5th. And then there is another show for the Culture, but that is the 4th. And actually, no, that's the 5th too. So GCW has 2 shows on the 5th. I'm assuming for the...
So Bloodsport is on the 4th. And then For the Culture and Joey Janela's Spring Break is on the 5th.
So the Spring Break 8 is main evented by Blake Christensen and Joey Janela for the GCW World Champion. Matt Cardona is obviously taking on Blue Pain, formerly known as Blue Cane, which I absolutely adore. This card itself within this is not the worst I've ever seen,
Right.
As it relates to it, but it is Joey Janela's
Another appearance by Minoru Suzuki.
Yep. I mean, there's Effie's wrestling again.
Mm-hmm.
We already have Effie's Big Gay Brunch, so that's going to happen. And I'm assuming Janela is going to be wrestling,
Right.
and then
of course we got the Joey Janela Spring Break Clusterfuck Forever on the
6th
following night.
Oh, down the 5th, yeah, the 6th.
And
The
that
only-
one I think only has one match confirmed.
The Pajami Prison match for the GCW World Tag Team Champions with Violence is Forever, Jacob Fatu and Zilla Fatu, Los Mazacotes, I butchered that immensely, and then the Bollywood Boys.
Nice.
And that is a Pujami Prison match.
Nice.
Whatever.
Super Card of Honor is
Super-
also taking place on Friday.
Yes, Super Card of Honor is taking... Super Card of Honor is on the 5th.
Yeah, that's Friday.
Yes, you said the 6th.
No, I said Friday.
Did you say Friday?
I did.
I thought you said... But anyway,
The 5th.
Eddie Kingston taking on Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Champion. Athena taking on Hikaru Shida for the Women's Champion. I believe this will be the main event. Billy Starks and Queen Amanada. Say aluminum 5 times fast. And that is for the inaugural Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion.
And then there's a 6-person Stardom Showcase Women's Tag Team.
And then Kyle Fletcher and Lee Johnson for the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Nothing there is special and or important.
Right.
I guess they're trying to harken back with Mark Briscoe because I guess Jay won this Ring of Honor World Champion 11 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, they'll probably bring him up at least 10 times.
God, so sick of it.
Right.
It's just like, I almost don't want to watch it, but we have to.
And then weirdly, Sakura Genesis is happening as well.
So Sakura Genesis is happening in Tokyo, though.
Right. But it's not always on the 6th, is it?
No.
Okay, so this one is not taking place. Well, this one, it's not like January 4th show where you pretty much know every single time, which is weird that they're doing the show then during this weekend because there's so much going on already.
Right, and this is going to be an early morning show. So actually, it does sort of happen around this time.
So it's
April
like the
8th
first
was
week
last
in
year,
April.
yes. So this card is actually kind of stacked.
Mhm.
There is a good chance we will most likely be covering this along with Super Card of Honor,
Yep.
but we also have Stand and Deliver too.
I know we have a lot. We're going to have a lot of shows.
But this one is hard to miss because we obviously have Tetsuya Naito and Yota Tsuji for the World Champion. We have Sho versus Yo for the Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Mm-hmm.
We have Bullet Club, War Dogs, and the Intergalactic Trendsetters and Catch 22 for the Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. We have Jon Moxley and Shota Umino taking on Ren Narita and Jack Perry of House of Torture. Evil and Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight Champion. There was a lot of title matches.
Right.
It's stacked. So it's like, okay.
We got to figure out. There might be a week where we just do 3 shows and that's it.
Yeah, there is a good chance. So that's happening on the 6th.
Yep.
And that's going to be in the morning, so you can watch that at your leisure. If you want to stay up at fucking God knows how early that is, I'm not doing that, so
Right.
whatever. But this is in Tokyo.
Yep. We talked a little bit about this.
We already talked about Clusterfuck.
Yep. Stand and Deliver, of course.
So Stand and Deliver on the 6th. It's happening like at noon.
Yes, it's happening in the morning. And it's like, I think they're doing it right across the street from where WrestleMania is.
Yes. So Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes are going to be main eventing that show, where you have Obafemi, Dijak, and Josh Briggs for the North American title. We have Ilya Dragunov and Tony D'Angelo for the NXT champion. Baron Corbin and Braun Breaker taking on the winner of this tournament that's happening in NXT for those. For the tag champions, we have Lyra Valkyria and Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Champion. Oop, I forgot to put up the graphic because I am an idiot. There.
Yay.
That's Clusterfuck, and then NXT. So a pretty damn good card overall. I'm excited. I look forward to it. Any show with Obafemi, I am all for because that guy has star written fucking all over him. I love him to death. And then that Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams match is going to be just the bee's knees.
Right. And then, of course, the reason that everyone is going to be there is
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is going to be a...
Do we need to go over the card? I mean, I think that you pretty much know at this point
There
what's
was
going
only
on.
one match announced for night 1 and 2 for night 2. Obviously, pretty much, I would say, feels like the biggest tag team match in wrestling history.
Yeah.
Legitimately, they have built it to feel like the biggest tag team match in wrestling history. We have Io Sky Bailey. We have Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch. We have Sami Zayn, Gunther. The big clusterfuck undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion match, which I hope they split the titles. We
Jey
have
Uso versus Jimmy Uso, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens. I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yep, and then finally, obviously, we have the big one with Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes for the World Champion, for the Undisputed Universal Champion, excuse me, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and then other matches are Logan Paul, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. I said that right, yes.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus the other members of Damage Control.
Yep.
All of them. We have LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee taking on Santos Escobar and Dirty Dominic Mysterio for God fucking knows what reason.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's God knows fucking what reason.
I don't understand why they did this. So Carlito had all the backing with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they brought out Dragon Lee. There's nothing wrong with Dragon Lee, but Carlito is the guy who should have been in the match.
But we digress. It's going to be a busy weekend if you're a wrestling fan.
It's going to be a busy weekend. As of right now, we're only covering both nights of WrestleMania that weekend.
Yep. And then the following weekend, we'll probably cover Sakura Genesis, Supercard of Honor, and NXT.
Yes. And
so that's kind of what the plan is for right now. But yes, we are actually going to be doing shows again.
Yes. We've been a little bit of a dry spell, but this is why they're blowing their big load next weekend.
Right.
So for our show, we will have it. It will be late.
On Sunday.
But it's too important to not have it.
Right.
And I'll put it up when I can. We're only going to be covering that. So no match, no news, no drama, unless something like catastrophic happens.
Yes.
That's the only time. It's like big breaking news. Like that's the only time when I think we're going to do that.
All right. So anyways, when we come back, we actually have a match.
Yes, we do.